Will, who used to go to a posh private school, is now forced to go to normal school, where his skills for adaptation will be put to the test. Will joins the freaks for his first day at school.
You could be friends with us.
Yep. Everyone's gonna think I'm one of them.
He is forced to wear a big badge to introduce himself. He tries to fit in by insulting the teacher who is standing behind him.
See behind me.
Mr. Gilbert tells Simon he is looking after him, so Simon insults everything he is wearing. This continues for Will, getting insults by everyone, like briefcase wanker. In the toilets, Jay is explaining how great he is at shagging, while Neil and Simon question him on the new abilities. Will is in the cubicle trying to do a number 2 when the school bullies take over to toilets. They take pictures of Will's event. Will has set his sights on being friends with Simon, Jay and Neil. Simon gets a boner when Carly gets too close, which his friends of course must tell everyone about. Will continues to wear Simon down and get himself invited, sort of to after school drinks.
You're not invited, unless you bring your mum.
The boys get some cash off their mothers, and then head down to the pub to let the carnage commence. Jay gets a pint for himself, so Will has to try and make a deal for some beer. He gets a guy called Steve to buy them pints and dinners, upping their cool factor. Then they find out they're in the wrong pub. After getting to the right pub, Simon races to Carly, only to find out she has a boyfriend. Will gets into a full-on argument with the bartender about his lack of ID, so he grasses out everybody else in there.
Look at that bum fluff! 16! That bra's got padding in it! 16! His mum still buys his trousers! 16!
Moving on, the boys are trying to impress the girls in the park, but end up hitting a mentally disabled woman with a frisbee. Their plan for today is to bunk off school. Simon impersonates his mum to get off school, but is caught immediately.
What exactly is wrong with Simon?
Food poisoning.
Okay, Simon.
That's enough. I know you're bullshitting me.
I think you better get into school.
Will dresses up to buy some booze for their day off and somehow gets away with it. They head back to Neil's for some day drinking. After many drinks, Neil's dad shows up and puts on his disappointed face. Unfortunately, the drinks get to Will and he goes on a full-on rant about his gayness.
Enough of your lip.
Oh, you'd like my lip, wouldn't you? Right round your bell end, you bumder!
Now it's Simon's turn. He spray paints a huge love heart, saying he loves Carly in her driveway. She takes pity on him and invites him over later. Simon gets prepped by drinking spirits. He brings Will to look after the kid so he can get down to business with Carly. As Will is scaring the little child, Simon throws up all over Carly's kitchen and then the child. As the headaches begin, they are confronted by their parents.
It all happened because he touched us.
What? Me?
He touched us here, and here, and here. The bumhole.
You evil little shits.
The next day, Simon and Will are punished for fraud, for impersonating their mums. Simon's got his driving test, so the boys decide to go to Thorp Park, where Neil works. Simon passes his test because his instructor wanted to shag him, so he gets an old yellow car, which is the new embarrassment in the town they live in. They spot a muff wagon, a car full of girls, and try to follow them, but end up driving in between a funeral.
Why are they going so fucking slowly?
They arrive at Thorp Park finally, but Jay, too impatient for the clunge, breaks off the car door. They convince Simon to continue the trip. They come across Neil, going mental because a wasp is in his entertainment costume. Will gets to his prize, the Nemesis Inferno, with the others. They go for the front, but Will is the only one allowed as it already has people on it. The others don't mind, but he is not happy, and insults his future passengers.
Fucking fine, I'll just get on and sit at the front next to these inconsiderate arseholes. I'm the worst human being in the world.
As revenge, Simon's car is given some makeup. The boys are at Wendy's party, a low-atmosphere event, until Charlotte Hinchcliffe and her mates turn up and set the ambitions running. Will gets the attention of Charlotte, and then her ex turns up, Donovan. He gets some kissing in, and the finger, not anymore though, before Donovan stops the event. Simon doesn't get lucky though.
Go away.
Will is trying to lay the groundwork on Charlotte, even though they're different species. Simon tells Will that he is just being used, so Will cuts ties. Pussy over mate, the other expression. His fit mum warns him about aiming too high. Jay has a new friend, but the boys tease him about it.
He's not my fucking friend.
All right.
The big night for Will arrives, but his inexperience is deployed en masse as he just flops around like a penguin on top of Charlotte. The jibs get to Jay, and he ends up attacking his friend's car.
Friend! I'm not your fucking friend, alright? Alright?
Neil goes for a blind date, but gets the underage option. Will thinks his girlfriend experience is going well, until Charlotte ends up on the dating panel. Will is broken until the boys come and cheer him up over Neil's pedo situation. Will is bullied, but the teacher tells him no one likes a grass.
I suppose you tripped.
No, sir. What happened
Sorry, Mackenzie. You're not about to grass, are you?
Sir?
There's one thing no one likes. It's a grass. So I will ask you how this happened, and you will reply, I tripped.
They go and decide to call Jay's bluff about Caravan Club being a sex orgy. Jay sets Simon up with Becky and tells Simon she is gagging for it. They get to the major event, a very dull dance in a shed. Will gets off with a young lady and almost gets full penetration until he decides to play with the floor.
Let's skate! Woo!
What about our lovemaking?
Lovemaking. Gone off it, sorry.
Jay's dad takes the piss out of his son for never getting any in front of Will. Simon thinks the big moment has arrived after more encouragement from Jay and goes for it with Becky, but she is very surprised.
What? What did Jay say?
While leaving the caravan park, the car seats are wet and Neil confesses to having a bird last night in the car with him.
Clean it up, Neil. Why? Because you have spunked on my seats!
The Christmas party is here and the boys get some very jazzy suits. Will is the chairman for it and lets everyone know. He tries to address his fellow classmates, but rubs Gilbert the wrong way when he calls him by his first name, Phil.
Right then.
Say my name properly.
Mr. Gilbert.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Will freaks out when the event happens. The party goes smoothly, for a short time. Simon lays down his big plan to seduce Carly, but gets caught up with words and nerves and bottles it. Neil tries to get it on with the teacher, but to his drunk surprise, she is not interested. Will almost gets killed by Donovan, but the crowd stick up for him. Jay claims he got lucky, but is again found out to be lying. They celebrate on the school trampoline.